review process. You were seen by the Committee on Parole in July 2020 and were denied at that time. Do you recall the reason you were denied?
I was denied.
Do you remember why?
Victim opposition and law enforcement.
Yes, that's what I have. And so that hasn't changed. That's still there. But since your hearing, Mr. Ramirez, what have you been able to do in the past almost 3 years since your last hearing in terms of programs, other activities?
I have taken all the 3 different programs, Boys to Men. I have completed phase 4 risk management, victim impact, and thinking for a change.
Which one of those programs was most impactful for you? Which one did you get the most out of?
Victim impact.
What did you like? Tell us why.
It shows me a lot of the wrongs that I did in my past, and just life, that as I was growing up, and it was really life changing, It just taught us the different things, how we hurt our victims, my victim, and for example, he opens my eyes to see what I did was wrong. And I really saw was 12 years old.
You were 21?
Yes, ma'am.
Had you known your victim before? Her name was Sarah. Did you know Sarah?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you know Sarah?
We were living, me and my ex-fiance were living together. So
She was the daughter?
Excuse me?
She was the daughter of the fiance?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The original charge was aggravated rape. Is that correct?
At that time, I didn't understood what was my original charge. I didn't know that. All I knew was just innocent behavior.
Okay. And you entered a plea agreement? Did you plead guilty?
It was no contest, but I guess it was the same as saying yes.
Okay. But you have completed the sex offender treatment.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently enrolled in Thinking for Change, or did you finish that class?
I finished that class as well.
When was your last write-up?
2011.
It was low court?
I think it was low court.
And you've only had 2 write-ups in 16 years, about 16 years. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your job?
I'm a laundry worker right now. Laundry orderly.
How long have you been in the laundry?
About a year and a half.
What'd you do before that?
I was working on paint crew, chemical orderly.
Okay. If you were successful today, what's your plan for transition back to society?
My plan is to bring all these tools that I've, been given to me while I've been incarcerated, all these programs that I have taken, all the things that I've learned. I want to bring these positive, programs that I have taken back into society, use those things that were given to me, that were taught in class, and I want to be, a better person and do better, than I used to when I was a young.
Where would you live?
In Denham Springs.
How would you support yourself?
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
What would your job be?
I will live in Mexico.
Want to go back to Mexico?
Yes, ma'am.
He has a detainer, Ms. Renasa. He'll be deported if released. I think he thought you asked him where did he live. The crime took place in Denham Springs.
Oh, okay. So I don't have an indication. I mean, I see the detainer, but I didn't have an indication that he's actually be deported.
That's what it is.
My job will be to start my family construction business along with assisting individuals with the English language. So that's my plan.
Okay. All right, Warden, is there anything you can add to the conversation?
Well, Ms. Renasa, I mean, as you brought up earlier, his conduct history is excellent, for a 21-year-old kid to come in and only have 2 write-ups in the last 16 years and hasn't had one in almost 13 years. And both very minor write-ups, very, very good. He's done everything we've asked him to do. He's taken a lot of programming, all the sex offender treatment. He failed to mention, I don't know why, but he's also a GED tutor for us. So he helps others with that. He's a member of my Strive program, which, as you know, is an honor program. He's taken all the opportunities that we've given him, and he's done what we've asked.
All right, over here. All right. We'll hear from the folks who want to speak on his behalf. First, we'd like to hear, and this is Charlie, you'll have to help me here. We'd like to hear Ms. Ortiz's comments, and she can speak for 3 minutes.
Certainly. Se le da la oportunidad de tomar la palabra a la señorita Dulce Olivia Ortiz. Durante 3 minutos puede hacer sus observaciones y comentarios. I do apologize, Your Honor. She's muted. May I have her
Yes.
unmute? Thank you. Señorita Dulce Olivia, su micrófono está encendido, está apagado, perdone, si lo puede encender, gracias. Ya.
Buenos días. Soy Dulce Olivia Ortiz Bello, hermana de Juanelo Ramírez Bello. Estoy aquí apoyando a mi hermano. En México tiene una familia que lo está esperando. Quiero pedirle perdón a la víctima. Hay una madre en México que lo espera. Hay una familia, hermanos, que tiene esperándolo, que nos tiene en México. Estamos esperando a mi hermano a que vuelva. Él vivirá con nosotros en México. Estamos esperando la oportunidad que se le dé para que él regrese a México y estar con su familia. Él tendrá trabajo aquí. Él trabajará aquí, cerca de su familia, que lo espera. Suplico, por favor, que le den la oportunidad a mi hermano para que él pueda reunirse con nosotros. Ya ha pasado mucho tiempo y queremos tenerlo cerca de nosotros. Él estará seguro aquí con su familia. Ruego a nombre de toda mi familia, a nombre de mi madre, que se le dé la oportunidad a mi hermano para que él regrese con nosotros. Soy la hermana más pequeña y nos hace mucha falta. Estoy rogando a nombre de mi familia, porque mi familia no puede estar. Mi mamá es una señora ya grande de edad y está esperando a su hijo verlo volver. Les ruego la oportunidad de nuevo. Les suplico, por favor, que acepte mis ruegos, mis disculpas a la víctima. Él tiene una familia que lo espera y lo está esperando. Esto.
Good morning. My name is Dulce Olivia Ortiz Bello, and I am Juanelo Ramirez Bello's sister. And here I am giving my brother some support. He has a family waiting in Mexico for him to be back. I would like to ask that the victim be able to forgive him. There is a mother, whole family, siblings in Mexico, everybody waiting for him to come back. He will reside, he will live with us. We are just waiting for an opportunity, that an opportunity be given to him to be back to Mexico and be able to stay with his family. He will get a job and stay close nearby around the family, who again is waiting for him to be back. And if I may, I beg of you to please give my brother an opportunity to come back. It's been a very long time. It's been a long process, long time already. And furthermore, he will be safe. We are a family here, and he will be safe here with us. And I'm begging on behalf of my family and mom, who couldn't be here today, I'm sorry, uh, to get this opportunity for my brother to come back to Mexico with us. I am the youngest sister, and boy, we miss him a lot. Again, I am speaking on behalf of my entire family and my mother, who couldn't be here due to health concerns. And well, I'm just, please, I'm begging for that victim to have it in her heart to forgive him. It is my hope that my apologies, my request is welcomed and taken in consideration. We are waiting for him. That'll be all. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Did we hear now from Miss Lane, Juana?
Gracias. Ahora vamos a escuchar a la señorita Juana Raquel.
Hello, I'm Juana Raquel Lane. I am Juanelo's fiance. We have been together for the last 3 years. I came in around the time when he was not paroled the first time, and it was a hard time for him. We talked, got to know each other. I came to visit him. We talked about our plans in Mexico, the things that we want to do. We want to teach children English. He wants to start his own construction business. I will support him with that. I support him in everything that he do. And I'm just here to keep lifting him up, because everybody deserves a second chance. I am a victim too. I had to learn to forgive. And even with speaking with Juanelo, it was a wake-up call, because it's the same thing that happened to me. And so we talked about it, and he helped me through a lot of stuff, and I helped him through a lot of stuff about the situation that we're both going through. And I don't blame anybody. I don't look at anything negative. I always try to find the positive in everything. And off the top, he wanted to tell me what he did. And I'm like, let me get to know you first. And for the last 3 years, that's what we've been doing, getting to know each other. I come to visit every chance I get, every chance they allow me to come visit, because it's a good drive for me. But I'm here to support him. We do plan to move back to Mexico and start helping children speak English, and then help him start a business in construction. And I have support with my family with moving to Mexico, and they have a few of them have spoke to Juanelo, and they enjoyed talking to him. So I know this will be a good opportunity for him to go back home, to be with his family, and to start his family.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Juanelo, is there anything you would like to say to us before we vote?
Antes de retirarnos, señor Juanelo, ¿hay algo que quisiera decirnos antes de retirarnos?
I want to first say that I am truly sorry for what happened. I know I have hurt some people up there. Physically, spiritually, and mentally. The financial burden that I've caused. I am sorry. I know it's a lot to ask, but I have prayed and asked God to forgive.
Okay.
Would you like the interpreter to translate that for Dulce
Yes,
Olivia,
please.
Your Honor?
I've grown over these last 16 years. I am not the same 21-year-old young and wild guy that I used to be. I am now a mature guy, wise, and more understanding 37-year-old man with a fiance whom I love and look forward to live the rest of my years growing up with her together. I had learned to be more responsible during this time of incarceration.
All right, Charlie, can you interpret that for Ms. Ortiz, please?
Certainly. Quiero decir que estoy verdaderamente comprendo que he lastimado a algunas personas y les he lastimado, les he hecho daño de manera física, de forma espiritual y de manera también daño mentalmente o psicológico. Además de los daños y problemas económicos en que se han metido. Lo lamento y sé que estoy pidiendo demasiado, pero he estado orando y le he estado pidiendo a Dios que me perdone. Yo he crecido, he madurado durante estos últimos 16 años. Ya no soy el mismo jovencito de 21 años. Ya no. Ahora soy un hombre más maduro, más sabio o conocedor y que tiene ahora 37 años. Comprendo mejor ahora. Tengo una novia, mi prometida, una novia. Me ama y espero, mis planes en un futuro incluyen el vivir el resto de mi vida juntos. Durante este tiempo que he estado también encarcelado, he deseado ser una persona más responsable. En 2 meses.
All right,
I make a recommendation for executive session to discuss confidential matters related to this case.
second, and I concur with the motion, so it's unanimous. We will be in executive session for a few moments to discuss confidential matters. Charlie, would you let Ms. Ortiz know that, and we'll be back in just a moment. Roll call.
Certainly.
We're unanimous.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
Yes. All right.
I do apologize, Your Honor. Can you repeat what you would like the interpreter to state next, if you don't mind?
Ours, she would like you to, am I muted?
No, I can hear you, sir.
We're going to be in executive session for a few moments. We'll be right back.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor. Una señorita de que se encuentra en el panel acaba de decir que se van a hacer recomendaciones para tomar decisiones sobre este caso y la señorita que preside, señorita jueza o que preside esta sesión, dice que en este momento se van a tomar unos minutos para poder llevar a cabo una sesión ejecutiva o de altos oficiales durante unos momentos. Interpreter standing by.
Someone has to tell me what it is that they're looking at. So he has a full term date of 2033. So he'd be getting out basically 10 years early. And my blood pressure is pretty high right now because I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm going to unpack this and get into why my blood pressure is quite high. I don't see why this man should be getting out. And I'll get into that. What do you think? Do you think they're going to let him out? Do you think that they're trying to figure out what his detainer situation is? Let's go see. I'll fast forward it.
Okay, we are back in regular session and we're prepared to vote. I will be voting first.
Muy bien, nos encontramos de vuelta en la sesión ya normal y procedemos entonces a hacer la primera votación.
Juanelo, I am impressed by what the warden had to say about you. He was impressed with your work that you've done. Your conduct record is excellent. You're serving your community by being a tutor. You've laid out some plans to me that are impressive. I'm willing to grant your parole to the immigration detainee. You understand what that means?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
That's my vote. This is why I'm
Okay, my vote is the same for the same reasons. Best wishes to you.
Likewise, I vote to grant to the detainer.
So Charlie, would you let Ms. Ortiz know that that Juanelo has received a unanimous vote to grant his parole to the immigration detainer?
Certainly. Thank you for holding, Your Honor. Se le informa, señorita Dulce Olivia, que el panel ha tomado la decisión de votar de manera unánime para poderle otorgar la, digamos, cancelación de la orden de detención por parte de inmigración que tiene el señor Juanelo, que es se le está otorgando, perdone, su libertad bajo fianza ante esa detención por parte de las autoridades migratorias. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and thank you, Charlie, for your services today. You've been granted parole.
Thank you very much for using our services. Interpreter disconnecting call. Have a nice day.
Hey, I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised. I think the board did the right thing to do here. I thought for sure they were going to deny him and make him serve another 33 years. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen, right? He has a great plan. He's going to Mexico to teach little kids how to speak English. I mean, that's exactly where we would want a child predator to be, right? Right? What did we just watch? I'm shaking because we think we've seen it all and then you see it again. His plan is to go to Mexico and teach children. Speak English. That's his plan. That's his plan. Do you not see how twisted and sick this entire thing is? This guy is a master manipulator. He is a king cockroach. While he's locked up, he is able to get another fiance to move with them to Mexico and open up a school to teach children. He made that happen from behind bars. He's getting out of prison 10 years early so that he can set up a school for children. Can you make that up? Hello, parole board. Do you not just see what you just gave your blessing to? You don't need to have an IQ above to know that this is insane. When you think you've seen it all. And this is why I do this. I am in Asia right now in my hotel room. There's things I have to do. I haven't slept, but when I heard this, I said I need to record it. And I had to hear it. I heard it 3 times. I said I can't be hearing this right. Do you realize how bizarre this entire thing is? What a manipulative cockroach this guy is? With his first fiance, when he was 21 years old, he had done the worst that you can do to a 12-year-old. We don't have the details. I Googled it. But to get a 25-year sentence in Louisiana, it means it was bad. Because we have seen people do bad and get 5-year sentences, 3-year probation, especially if you're 21 years old and it's your first offense and whatever. He was even doing manipulation on this hearing when they said, well, you took a plea. They gave you a deal, because I bet you it's the first time his fiance never heard that. It's the first time his sister ever heard that. So he played it off like, oh, no, if that's what the charges were, I just did no contest. First time I've ever heard of that. Carnal knowledge, no. Aggravated, no, I don't know what you're talking about. It was, there was just some, what did he say? I was young and wild? Really? You were young and wild? You were 21, you had a fiance, and you were young and wild? So you started to do it with her little baby girl? Oh yeah, you were young and wild. Oh, that's all right. That's exactly what every 21-year-old is doing when they're young and wild. What did we just watch? And they're always like, oh, he only had 1 write-up or 2 write-ups. Don't you realize it's a trend? They all only have 1, 2, or no write-ups. They all fall into that bucket. They're cockroaches. That's how they work. Don't be surprised. Don't be impressed. It's in their DNA. We don't know how many kids his fiance today has. I Googled her. Couldn't find much. I found a Facebook page that had pictures of kids all over it. Kids actually doing things that some might argue can get you locked up. I'm not kidding. I don't know if it's her, though. The profile picture are 2 little kids. She says she was a victim and this helped her. I don't know. Do people who are victims of abuse like to marry abusers? I've never heard that before. Is that a thing? Please put it in the comment section. I mean, is it a thing? Is it a healthy thing? I've never heard that. Then I was trying to do the math. He's engaged. He's 21. They have a 13-year-old or 12-year-old daughter. So how old was the woman he was engaged to? You know, I doubt she was 21. That would have, you know, it's possible she had the kid when she was like, what, 9 years old or something. But I see it more likely that she was older. And that, again, it was another situation where he manipulated his way into the older woman's life as a 21-year-old because he saw a target. That's information you can't just bury your head in the sand about. Yes, I know it's all speculation, but I think it's called an educated guess-based speculation. I have so much respect for Miss Jackson. I have so much respect for Miss Renatza. A decision like this, I need to ask them. I need to say, why? Why do you think it's a good idea to send him home, to send him to Mexico with the woman who, if he's not manipulating, at the very least, their plan is to teach children? How is that okay? How do you sleep well at night and say that's a good plan? Give me one good answer. Give us an answer. This is why we do this. This will hold our judiciary system accountable. This will be on Google forever. One day, when someone wants to Google her name or Google his name, when they're looking up the school, hopefully this will be the first result. And hopefully they watched it through. And when he offends again, not if, when he offends again, maybe this can be used as something to help teach something or hold some people accountable, that a parole board lets a roach out 10 years early so that he can go teach children how to speak English. You can't make it up. You wouldn't believe it if I told you. So you have to see it. This is why we do this. With that, I'm letting